Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we are doing what is the new moon in Aquarius manifesting for you. And the reason I named this video and felt the energy of this reading this way is because the planets that are responsible or relevant for manifestation are finally going direct. We had a shenanigan of retrograde the last couple of months, and there a lot of them, at least the ones that are that influence manifestation, like Mercury, Mars. I know some are in the shadow, but they're finally going direct. Also, the next day, from January 21st of the new moon in Aquarius, Uranus is not going retrograde, and Uranus is all about as well spontaneity, right? So as you can see, the energies are allowing for this new moon in Aquarius to start manifesting things. And there are also other reasons that the new moon in Aquarius will be a great moon for manifestations, is because it's conjunct to Venus and Saturn. So we can see with Venus, setting values, things going into harmony. Also, Saturn is all about seriousness, and especially conjuncting with the new moon Aquarius, which is a fixed sign. Together we can really see seriousness, commitment, going after commitment, making sure that things are done. It's a new moon that is visionary, that is going to focus on the long term, doing something big, one big dream that you want to manifest. And not just small dreams, which are very important, but also big dreams that speak to your heart. So it's a very important new moon with everything that is going on, and I cannot wait to dive into it. I got a lot of this information from astrologer. She explained it very simply. I think her name was Maren Altman. I hope I pronounced her name right. Just want to give her credit. I felt she explained it so simply in such a down-to-earth way. So if you want to check her out, so that's what today's video is going to be about. Let's see what our three piles are. All right, so I see that as pile 1. Also, this is pile 2, and this one shall be our pile number 3. Okay, so my dear soul family, pile number 1 is the 17th moon mansion. Pile number 2 is the 23rd moon mansion. And pile number 3 is the 4th moon mansion. Now, if you like to pick with crystals, let me add these right now. For pile number 1, we have can you see that? The Lapis Lazuli, raw Lapis Lazuli. All right. Pile number 2, you have the Rainbow Aura Quartz. And pile number 3, you have the lemon quartz. There you go. All right. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles or 3 crystals you're the most drawn to, and that will be the pile for you here today. And as usual, if you feel drawn to more than one pile or perhaps all of the piles, trust your intuition, let it guide the way, whether it's just one and that's the pile, several or all. It is your magic that always guides you to the right readings. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hey soul family, welcome to your shuffling and pile preparation process. I just love this raw Lapis Lazuli. I love that you can see the pyrite. So beautiful. Okay, so let me put the crystals here. Also, the rainbow oro quartz, so beautiful. All of them, really. Crystals are just beautiful. Okay, I know that this is of course man-made, but boy, isn't it beautiful. Yeah, it's not man-made, you know, the electrolytes that they put on the quartz to make it rainbowish. Okay, enough talking, sorry about that. Right, let's start preparing for your pile, and today we're taking a look at how this new moon is helping you manifest, or what is it manifesting for you. So happy about the shifts in energy with so many planets retrograding, now going direct. Oh, what a relief. And also, as explained, although we're still in the shadow, but in the shadow it's kind of like the energy of maybe things still working out, but maybe getting a bit of challenge, small challenges, but still working out, you know, or things not moving sometimes in as smooth as it should or it would usually, but it's still moving you know, forward. So that's really, really good to know. All right, let's now prepare your piles. I don't know why I was feeling very chatty today. All right, so new moon in Aquarius, what are you manifesting? What is manifesting for you with this new moon in Aquarius, please? Thank you. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Oh, and this one, and I feel this one, so I'll take it. All right. What are you manifesting? There we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now let's pick up your tarot decks. One, and oh, this one. Okay. Right. What are, oh, 2. I think we shuffle first. Are these 2? Yes, 2. 2. And the right ones came along. There we go. Okay. Next deck. What are you manifesting? So excited. What are you? Ah, there are 2 manifesting. What are you manifesting? I'd love to know, what are you guys manifesting with this new moon? What is the energy? You know, a lot of the times, guys, I'm able to pick up astrologically, especially during readings like this with the new moon or any astrological events, through your readings, you know, with how the cards come up, what's coming up. I do see some kind of common energy somehow in all of the piles, and I get to whoa, okay, so that's pile number 2, and I get to really feel energetically through the tarot cards what's going on. And that's one of the things that I love about these astrology tarot readings. So cool. Okay, so there we go. Let's keep this on the side. We may need it for extra clarifications during your reading. So that's 3, that's 2, and that's 1. Let's put them neatly together. All right, so that is pile number 1 with the Lapis Lazuli, the raw Lapis Lazuli. There we go. Pile number 2. There we go with the rainbow ore quartz. There we go. And pile number 3. Right there. I think it's a little bit tilted. There we go. That one's fine, I guess. There we go. Pile number 3 with the lemon quartz. All right. So I believe your 3 piles for today's reading are now ready. Can't wait to get right into them and find out for you what you're manifesting in this amazing new moon. And let's get straight into it. Before I go, just want to tell you, love you guys very much. It's something that is from the depth of my heart. And let's get straight into your reading. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the beautiful raw Lapis Lazuli. Can you see that? Yeah. As well as the 17th moon mansion. As you can see, ruled by Mercury and Pluto in Libra to Scorpio. So that's a really interesting moon mansion. It goes along beautifully with the new moon in Aquarius. So I'm really not surprised / very surprised it came and aligned with the energy / not surprised. All right. So let's see what else you have in your reading. We'll start off with your oracle cards first. You have come to the edge. Interesting. Again, I get the same feel here. Okay, really cool. You have, wow, the king. I love that for you, pile number 1. And you have Jupiter in Gemini with bluff. All right. Getting an idea of what this wants to say. Let's keep it here for now. And then we'll transfer it to another place as we see how your tarot cards align. All right. So you have the Page of Wands. Love that. Okay. You have the Two of Swords. You have the Ace of Swords and the High Priestess, the Three of Cups, the 10 of Wands, the Lover's cards, and you have the Four of Swords. Really cool so far. I think we do have space for the bluff card. We can keep it right here. We have a lot of space here. This way you get to see your cards freely, and I believe it's meant to be here. Right. That's where it fits in the reading. So, what are we seeing here for you with the new moon in Aquarius? What are you manifesting, my dear pile number 1? I'm seeing some very powerful energy for pile number 1. Yeah, very powerful energy. Let me show you what I mean. See here with bluff, with the Jupiter in Gemini, I'm seeing this idea of an impossible dream, and it's really all over your reading. I'll walk you through it here. It's a dream that makes sense in your mind and in your heart, but if you say it out loud, everyone, maybe even including you, will go, yeah, right. You know, like, I wish I would be, I don't know what would seem like an impossible dream, but impossible in terms of maybe the circumstances that you're in at the moment, because we do see here with Two of Swords being cornered, not being able to see ahead. It's like you really want to do something. Notice that the Page of Wands is now being able to see ahead, and I'll get to that in a second. But here, the eyes are covered. You have a certain big dream that if you say out loud, or maybe even you said out loud, would be nice to hear, but a bluff to others. Let's think of an example. Let's say you really wish you had a company that saves the environment somewhere in perhaps Germany, because I know Germany is very aware of the environment and takes a lot of precautions, and there's a lot of laws that make sure they take care of the planet, which is something very admirable. So let's say, for example, you woke up in the morning, you're like, oh, I really care about the environment. I really wish I would own this company in Germany, because it's going to help me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I would just be living the dream and improving the environment and making my own dreams come true. Yada, 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 right? So as beautiful as it sounds, maybe at a time right now or before, you felt like maybe it sounds like something other people that could do, but it's very far off, at least at the moment, like very, very far off. And it would only be a dream that you could only share as a joke. But believe it or not, whatever your dream is, my dear pile number 1, it seems like it's opening up for you. Hold on, let me show you. See, with the High Priestess here, there is so much in the unknown world that is about to reveal itself to you. You know, the High Priestess is the gatekeeper between this world and the other world, the ether. It's kind of like in the Tree of Life, in the 9th Saphriot, when things start moving from the ether into the real world. Oh, no, not the real world, the 3D world, the Malkuth, the 10th Saphriot. So what I'm trying to say is, we see things happening from the ether into the world where you would be flabbergasted by what you once thought was a bluff or a joke is actually happening with the new moon in Aquarius, is starting to come into reality. You see the High Priestess here, you're going to start to see things that you haven't seen before, or you wouldn't believe are real. And that's what the High Priestess is all about. She's the gatekeeper to many secrets, to magic, to otherworldly things. See, the idea of impossible, I did talk a lot about it here, but I didn't present it well. You have here in the Lovers card, two lovers, two impossible love, like they call it doomed lovers. An example of doomed lovers are like Romeo and Juliet, where they loved themselves, they loved each other in a world or circumstances that just wouldn't allow them to be together. It's like it was impossible. They nonetheless got together. So we see the impossible being possible, especially with the Four of Swords here. We see a rough winter. There was silence. There was a long pause. One of the meanings of the Four of Swords is a long pause and a winter, you know, like a long winter of you just feeling like this dream is an ultimate bluff, you know, back to the real world where things may have been heavy. We see again from another deck, the cold. Wands usually appear with fire and warmth, a hot temperature. But again, here we see the winter in the Ten of Wands. And so it was a long winter for you. You had to endure a lot. You had to focus on the next step of your life. There was no time really to think about this, what seemed like a bluff dream here. Although in your heart, it was always there. You always knew, it seems, my dear pal number one, that there was more to your life than what you're experiencing. It's in your heart. Yeah, you're stuck, but in your heart, you know there is more. There is this impossible dream that you wish to experience and manifest. And I do see why it was a long, I was going to say long night. You may have gone through the dark night of the soul, saying that. Why? Because here in the 17th moon mansion, I'll talk about it in a second, but do you see how the snakes are holding the hands? In a card or in a placement of the moon mansion that is all about springing into action, having the need to take action, you see the hands are being tied. And we'll get to the hands in a second. Your reading is just amazing. So 17th moon mansion shows us, it's ruled by, like I said, Mercury and Pluto, in Libra to Scorpio. And seeing Pluto in its sign Scorpio shows power, influencing Mercury to think and take extreme mental action towards something that you really want. But here we see the hands are tied by the snakes, and snakes sometimes signify karma. So you had something in your heart. You see the heart here. You are more than capable of making big dreams happen, although they do feel like a bluff. That's why you had it in your heart. And with the Lover's card, you always, the hands again, you always have the choice of manifesting things for yourself. That's why you have the hands. You are a manifester, my dear pile number one, that's for sure. But your hands were tied. It seems like with the rainbow on the head here, whenever you had an idea, you wanted to spring into action, you were cornered. It just wasn't time. You had to go through a karmic cycle that is now ending. You're definitely out of this, for sure. And now we see all of the warmth, the colors of action, the reds and the yellows and the oranges. It's now in your hand to start taking action. Where you couldn't see ahead, now the High Priestess, life is giving you, or the universe is giving you a sneak peek into what your future holds, my dear pal number one. You are about, from the night to the day now, you're about to see, or you are probably seeing, with the new moon in Aquarius, the beginnings with the Ace of Swords of crazy things starting to happen with this crazy dream. Why? Because it's opening up for you. Do you see here? You're on the edge. You're on the edge of springing into something drastically new in your life. You're about to begin a new chapter with the Page of Wands here. You're turning the page, opening a new chapter for yourself. And with the Ace of Swords, you're clearly starting something new, starting a new endeavor. You are starting to see what you once thought was crazy to dream of coming into reality. So now what you've envisioned is moving. Do you see? You envisioned it for years maybe, and you were stuck. You're like, I have a feeling, a strong emotion about something. I want to manifest something, but it just won't work. Now we see these emotions playing out in life. You feel like, I have a way out. I can now start manifesting this crazy dream. I see crazy in your reading. Like, you looking at things and they're working, and you're like, whoa, is this crazy? Is this actually happening? Oh my God, all the hands here. It is actually happening. My hands are not tied anymore, and life is allowing for my work or for my actions or the plans that I'm taking to work in this direction. It's like you're always meant to go into this direction. It's calling you, it's pulling you, and you're like, but I'm going and it's not working. And now we see little by little these obstacles are about to be removed or slowly being removed from your way, and you're like, oh, it's clear. Should I run? Should I spring into action? Should I fly to it? You will be seeing drastic changes within this dream that you have. Pile number one, that thing that you want to accomplish, that you want to achieve, because that's the power of the main card that you were drawn to. Feeling like you can actually spring into action. There is extreme energy and action in your reading, showing that not only do you feel with all of the reds here, not only are you motivated and you feel like you're strong, it's in your hands, but it's just clear. Imagine having the power to run with every ounce and every cell that you have, and the road is just clear. Nothing can stand in your way now. You're going to be running and you're going to be moving very fast towards this dream. The end line is soon, or the objective that you want towards creating that new beginning that you want is right around the corner for you, my dear pile number one. The hardships with the 10 of Wands of you, like trying to work hard to make it happen, forget about that. 10 of Wands is the end of a cycle. That is done and over with. Your winter is over. And 3 of Cups clearly shows that this next coming period of your life, you'll really be celebrating a beautiful new beginning. I see your heart dancing. I see you trying to contain as much as possible your happiness, but it just shows you're just happy. You know, I see, I see their hands are raised, going, It's the unleash of a suppressed long wish that you've had for a long time is finally out. This is no small dream. This is something that was vibrating in your heart. It was tickling you. It was kind of like itching. It wanted to get out. If you had told anyone that you're a big dreamer, that's why you have the bluff card. If you had told anyone, they would think you're crazy, but you are here represented right next to the High Priestess. You may be a High Priestess. Also, I feel like you're a great manifester. I feel like you know a lot of secrets of the universe by nature. What others may call crazy, may call get into the real world, maybe okay, back to the real life, or whatever it is. It does not roll with you. I feel like you just know there's more. Whether other people believe it or not, you just know there's more. You're holding the book here. You know there is more. You're just waiting for it. You keep it a secret. Maybe you understand that others may not understand what you have within your soul, but you know that you can manifest things. And with all of the hands appearing in your reading, my dear pile number one, you are about to have the opportunity, or whatever kind of steps you take, because I'm sure you're going to be taking steps. This is not a reading encouraging you to take steps. In your reading, I feel a natural pull. It's like something is just standing there, and the pull is there. All you need to do is remove it, and the magnets would, attract each other. So I have no worries with, and that's why I have the hands being tied here. It's like something is moving, but karma has been holding you off, and now that it's released, the natural thing is that you're going to be going towards exactly this wish. Nothing can stop you. It has to do, I believe, with your soul just knowing where to go. Exactly what you've wanted to do is where your soul is meant to go. Nothing can stop you now. It's a time where your soul is going back on its journey. It's the navigator. It knows where it wants to go, and it's gonna go there. This time, with the obstacles being removed, it knows its way, it's gonna be there, and you will be achieving what you want, my dear pal number one. Your reading is so cool, it's so magical. Do know that with the new moon in Aquarius, so many things are gonna be changing. You'll probably be hearing a lot of news. You'll be watching yourself take a lot of different action that you haven't been taking in the past. Things are just going to be moving. You have different plans now. You have a clear vision that you've always had, and you'll be seeing yourself and the world around you just change to you going into that direction. And my dear pile number one, your reading was so magical. It's full of power. I wish you all the best of luck with what you're about to manifest. All the best of luck. My dear pile number one, may you always be blessed. And kudos to your soul for always knowing its journey. May it always guide the way for you. This was your reading, and if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, my dear pile number one. I promise you, this book will really help you out in your journey to creating and manifesting what you want. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it, but you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the journey. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And by the way, if you feel like you want to eat healthy food and you don't have time to find delicious ingredients, but healthy ones, they take a long time to prepare, I also have a productivity cookbook. This book can really help you out with eating healthy and delicious meals. I've partnered with a nutritionist that I really love and believe in to bring out this book to you. It has healthy, delicious meals, and the thing is, it's cooked in a matter of minutes, helping you have the rest of the day to do whatever is important for you. So, my dear pile number one, if you want to check these two ebooks out, you'll find them down in the description box. And loved your reading so much. I wish you all the best of luck, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the beautiful Auralite Quartz, as well as the 23rd moon mansion, ruled by Venus and Mercury in Capricorn. Very interesting. Let's see how this fits into your reading. Let's keep that right there. And we'll be starting off with your oracle cards. First, as you know, we're taking a look at how the new moon in Aquarius is manifesting things for you. So you have a leg up, interesting card right off the bat, okay? And you have the mentor. Wow, okay. Very, very interesting combination or combo right there. You also have Mercury in Libra with influence. Let's keep it here. Let's take a look at the rest of your tarot cards. Oh, you only have one of these cards. How interesting. Okay. So you have the 9 of Cups right off the bat. Beautiful card. So happy for you. It's one of the happiest 9 of Cups that I know, that I've seen. So 9 of Cups. You have the Empress. Beautiful, beautiful energy. A lot of Venusian energy in your reading straight away. You have the Sun card, my dear pile number 2. Wow. Okay. You have the 10 of Swords. You have the Page of Pentacles. Well, it's looking amazing for you. You also have the Justice card. Love that. And you have the Chariot. Oh my. Something treacherous is definitely ending with the Ten of Swords. Something that was very painful, a painful cycle has definitely ended, or is definitely ending, because we see here with the Viking ship in Norse mythology, the warriors and the kings that have really been heroes in battle. They put them in the ships, and they burn the Viking ship as it sails as a triumphant entry into the Valhalla. So here we can see Valhalla, my apologies. So here we can see that you are ending an old chapter with great success, especially that you have here, you know, with the Justice card, with Ma'at, weighing the heart with a feather in ancient Egypt. And if your heart is as light as a feather, meaning that you had a lot of good intentions in your heart, a lot of good deeds, then you victoriously again enter into the new world. What are the odds, right? It's very, very clear in your reading, especially with the Ten of Swords in conjunction with the Sun. Do you see that? You're not just ending a chapter here. You're victoriously ending a new chapter. It's like you won over something. It's not like, oh, finally this dark chapter is ending and I'm entering a new one, which is a wonderful thing. No, I see in your reading victoriously winning like a hero over an old cycle, getting the recognition for it, definitely, and starting anew. I know, of course, here that this is Anubis, but I mean the weighing of Ma'at. And Anubis, of course, guards the door to the whole of judgment. So that's why we can clearly see in your reading, especially with the mentor. You know how, like, towards the end of the year, after all the studying and the exams and everything, your teacher grades you and you've won. So we certainly get the idea with the mentor that you've learned a lot through this very hard journey that was very painful, and you there is this highlight before we begin your reading, as mentioned, that you've come out of this very victorious. So let's take a look at what you're manifesting here as part of your story, and why this is very significant in this this manifestation that we're looking at. Of course, the Empress centering your reading, and with the Sun, we see a birth of something. We have a lot of the Sun signifies also children and innocence starting anew. So we can clearly see the birth of something new in your life. That's the main idea of what you're manifesting here with the new moon in Aquarius. Let me put the picture together. Do you even see here? It's like an explosion, and the owl coming out of it victorious, flying from this world to the next. It's like your old world, you cannot have existed within it any longer, but you weren't left there to experience what could go wrong. You saved yourself. You took yourself out of this, flew out victoriously, very happy with your success. Maybe with all of the lips here, you were able to communicate something clearly. You were able to defend yourself. Perhaps you were able to take the necessary action. Strong, bold actions that took you out of this. You're certainly being presented by your reading, whichever way it is, as a hero. The one that has done something very right. And when the right time came for you to pass through you achieving what you want, the path was clear because your karma was clear. You've done things right. You've protected yourself with strength. You've taken the necessary steps without collecting bad karma. You've done it just right. You protected yourself. You didn't veer off course. You didn't do anything that may have been cruel or nasty. And this is why your path is so clear, so open for this new life that you're entering into. 10 of Swords, the Sun, of course. Empress, it's a birth of a new life, for sure. I see you're going to be so happy with your achievements, what you've done, what you've built. Although I do see like a curtain not preventing, where you still can't see ahead, but you will already start to experience so many of the blessings coming into your life with this new chapter. And as if this wasn't happy enough, this card is kind of like showing me, wait till you see what else, pile number 2. You don't even know what else. If this is making you happy or is about to make you happy, wait till you see what else. So here, I'm seeing some sort of discussion because the 23rd moon mansion with Venus and Mercury. Venus could be thinking about choices. Mercury is thinking about processing these choices or communicating these choices. You're either discussing new ideas or new choices with someone close to you, or maybe even with yourself. And with the leg up, I'm seeing that with the new moon in Aquarius, you're actually going to take a real step into this new idea, this birth of this very exciting life. That's why I have the Page of Pentacles here. You're like, why don't I start planting the seed? Why don't I start taking this choice? Now that your life is clear, now that, yes, your path is clear, you're out of the past and literally into a new world, which is what we see here in both mythologies, you're starting to be very much tempted, very tempted to take a step towards a dream that makes you so excited, so happy. Yeah. A dream that makes you so happy. And I see you have the full power and the wisdom and the intelligence to get into that world. Why are there so many lips? Are you discussing the things with people? Let's check. Where is your tarot deck? Why do we have so many lips? And you also have Mercury. So a lot of communication here. Maybe you're initiating this. It has to do with you discussing something with a new company, perhaps, or starting to ask questions. So you have the 7 of Swords, right? And you have the Chariot. You're moving. You're really moving here. You're going to be discussing a new step with someone. The reason you have the 7 of Swords is because you're talking and talking and talking like you have the capability to do it with maybe a company or with something, when you still feel like you don't have it. But with the Chariot showing up, my dear pile number 2, it's going to work out for you. You know what this is saying? Like, for example, you would pick up the phone and go, hey, I would like to know, please, how much is a flight from where I am to Japan, for example, or wherever you want to go. You don't have yet the finances for it. You don't have anything, but you're acting on the phone like everything's ready. You just want to know. Yeah, how much is that? Thank you. How about the hotel? Okay. How much would that cost? Okay, well, what about this? What about that? Getting all... No, I need to know now. Can you please let me know? I need to calculate this. I need to know this. I need to plan it. When are the days that I can book this? Thank you. I'll check and call you back. And you're gonna be doing something crazy like that, or what may feel like crazy. The surprising thing, my dear pile number 2, is that you are actually going to go ahead. It's going to happen for you. So it's kind of like this idea that hits your head of talking and discussing things like it's yours, whether it's traveling or discussing a company doing a service for you, or you opening up a company. I don't know. It's some crazy idea or dream that you have, and you're already acting and discussing things, and you're like pretending. Or not, pretending is a weak word. You're like acting like it's yours here with all of the discussions. What about this? And what about that? No, I won't have time for this, and I'll need to hire that. And you're talking like it's yours. And see, with the Chariot here, it looks like you're moving fast towards it. It is going to happen for you. The funny thing is that it's real. It will be happening for you. Think that this reading is as crazy as you maybe think it is, but this is the energy surrounding your reading. My dear pile number 2. You're thinking about things. You're, exploring things, right? And it's going to come into harmony with Venus, and you're communicating it out into the world. You're pretending, you're like pretending it's with you. Pile number 2, with this new moon Aquarius, that type of energy, that energy is actually giving you a leg up, pushing you towards that birth right there, this new beginning of what you want. You'll be laughing like it's crazy because what you will be pretending to do, because a huge part of you actually believes it. A huge part of you is, your heart is on fire here. It believes it can happen. I don't know, it's like you believe it can happen. You're already taking steps because something in your psyche is telling you it's going to happen, and you open up this new chapter for yourself. And it will be coming true for you. That these crazy actions that you're taking here. And you know how Adam and Eve, they took a bite from the apple, and they had to move into another world. I'm seeing it here of you being tempted to do something, and as you take action towards that temptation, it actually moves you to another world. That's the type of energy that I'm reading here. This world is going to be so positive, so creative, so much fun. It's going to be crazy how you're going to be moving from one world to another. Again, you have Mercury here. You have a lot of communication going on surrounding the new moon that will prompt things into action, that will make you move towards this new world. You'll be wondering why your path is so clear, so easy. Like I told you, your reading is really showing how you've been very victorious in clearing out your karma, and you've done it in such a way with so much integrity, so much kindness maybe, or so much integrity is the right word. That you see here Anubis clearing out the path for you to get into this new world that may sound crazy. And that's why you have the happiest card of the 9 of Cups here. It's going to be so crazy. You won't believe, I see you're going, oh my God. I cannot believe. It's very similar, by the way. There's a similar energy to pile 1 and pile 2. But like I said, when I read things astronomically during tarot readings, I kind of pick up on a general theme when I read the piles. And I believe either you were drawn to pile number 1, or I don't know what's happening in pile number 3. This could be really the general feel of that time. But that one thing is for sure, you're gonna maybe pick up the phone or get into a shop or get into a company or something, and you're gonna start acting like you already have everything together. Maybe the company believes you. You start, working behind the scenes to make things work, and it works. Wow, such a cool reading, my dear pal number 2, and I wish you the best of luck with what you're about to do here. Gonna be tempted to do something crazy for sure. Be ready to take the first step of this crazy new world. And my dear pal number 2, this was your reading. I wish you the best of luck. And if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book. This book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate reading it, but you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. That's the whole point, right? There's also an audiobook, and by the way, along with that, I also offer the productivity cookbook, because sometimes we really want to be eating healthy and delicious food, but it takes up most of the day. And so this is why I partnered with a nutritionist that I really love and believe in to bring out this cookbook for you. There's a vegan version, by the way, and the whole idea of this book is to provide for you recipes that are healthy, delicious, and are cooked in a matter of minutes. The instructions are super clear. Whether you know how to cook or not, it's going to make it very easy for you to cook it. And so this way you can eat healthy, delicious food, and also while focusing on what is important for you. So if you'd like to check them out, you'll find links to these ebooks down in the description box. And my dear pal number 2, thank you so much for tuning in. Wishing you the best of luck. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the lemon quartz as well as the 4th moon mansion. As you can see, ruled by Mercury and Saturn in Taurus. All right, let's keep your main card right there along with your beautiful crystal for today's reading. And first off, we'll start off with your oracle cards. And as you know, we're taking a look at how the new moon in Aquarius is manifesting things for you. What is being manifested with the new moon in Aquarius? So, oh my, a really, really cool card. You have flexible, and I'm seeing so many things. I'm seeing an egg, of course, the idea of flexibility. I see different pathways. Who knows? Let's first check out the rest of your cards. You have the maiden. Very interesting again. Okay, maiden, an egg with a new birth. Very interesting. Right, let's keep it here. And you also have the sun in Aries with assertion. Very cool. Loving your cards, pile number 3. Let's now check out your tarot cards. So you have the Knight of Swords. You know, it's really funny because the Knight of Swords, I was going to say the Dark Night of the Soul, which for a split of a second sounded so much like the Knight of Swords. So I see that here with the maiden, the egg. It's kind of like you came out of some dark times, because the Knight of Swords, moves with a lot of courage, not really able to see ahead that clearly, perhaps even moving out of it, not knowing how you came out of it. The only thing you know is that you had the strength for it. You had the guts for it. It's like, I'm getting out of here. And I do really see. Probably that's why you have Mercury and Saturn. Because Mercury and Saturn in Taurus is that serious attitude towards a certain possession. And here with seeing the Knight of Swords, hearing it as the Dark Knight of the Sword, I would say you seriously had a possession of the knowing that you were gonna get out of it. Although you couldn't see ahead, you didn't know how, but you don't even know how you got out of it. But I do see a strong fighter coming out of it, not knowing how, but coming out of it. Yeah, let's see the rest of your cards. Ooh la la, I told you, from the dark to the light. Now we have a new beginning with the Ace of Swords. All right. You also have the Queen of Pentacles. You have the Tower card. Okay, right. You did have to fight so much. I see that. You are a warrior at heart for sure. Pile number 3. Very, very impressive. You have the Hierophant. I mean, your energy is really depicting. Look at that. With the Queen of Pentacles in conjunction to the Tower card, you came out victorious and strong. It's like you're very stubborn. Nothing, just like a stone, nothing can hit at you. You come out strong, independent, and either you're now wealthy or you're about to get very wealthy with the Queen of Pentacles showing up in your reading. Hierophant obviously shows us you've learned a lot through this path that you were on. And now I can see you were on a path and it seems like you're moving into a different path, a new direction. You see your body's like moving. It's very flexible, but I don't want to say uncomfortable. It's like there's an unexpected turn from where you would naturally go to where you're going. Yes, you have the 7 of Cups. Wow. The Ace of Wands, the ability to create. Whatever you draw comes into life. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. And the reason I'm so impressed is because it's coming in conjunction with the 7 of Cups. You know, dreaming and drawing your dreams out into reality. This is so cool. Pile number 3. Wow. In fact, this could now be a vision board in your reading. This could be, representing a vision board to manifesting material things, because this moon mansion specifically is a very material lunar position. Okay, and you have the 7 of Wands. Wow, how can we start unpacking this energy? Do you see all the wands the different cards are holding? The 7 of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Hierophant. Look at that. You're a very, very strong character. But you do have the Maiden. I need to think about this reading. You know what I'm getting from this energy? It looks like to me like you're a warrior. And although you just came out of some battlefield or some tough times where you had to fight your way out of it, you're back up into a new battlefield. You're like, I have some dreams now. And with the Maiden, you know, it represents innocence. It's the virgin. So you're equipped with so much strength in your spirit, where you have the strength of, I don't want to say naivety because it may sound wrong, but you know how when someone is oblivious to what may go wrong, they do display the most courageous attitude than almost everyone who may be very cautious, right? So we see a lot of aggressive attitude towards the future. But the only difference here, although you're displaying that sort of courage and you're like, okay, battlefield done, I'm getting into a new one, where others would go, take it easy, you just got out of some dark times. Are you gonna put yourself into a new risk? And you're like, yes. The only difference between you and who may be seeing the world in rose-colored glasses is that you already know what's on the other side. You don't come from a naive background. You've gone through the dark night of the soul. You've learned so much with the Hierophant. And this is why the Hierophant is showing up in your reading. It's very significant here because you're displaying the rose-colored glasses from a perspective of being very positive rather than from the perspective of being naive. And you just came out of a battle and you're going into a new one. Hypothetically speaking, with the Tower card, I'm seeing you jumping into great risk, but one that you are powerful enough to go through with success. Do you see that with the Sun and Aries? You're very assertive, you're very strong, you know you're gonna slay that dragon. Seven of Wands shows that although there are challenges, risks, worries, we do see you on a high plateau, having the power to overcome these challenges of huge dreams that you have. May I say, this looks to me like a brush where, you know, it reminds me of the brush of Ma Liang in Chinese folklore, who had this magical brush where anything that he would draw would come to life. And that's probably why you're holding all these wands here all over your reading. I see that with the new moon in Aquarius, you'll be considering maybe shifting, moving in a different direction, but it's extreme. And you have this open-mindedness and rose-colored glasses, which mean here positivity enough to go to this extreme. And by the way, going through the three readings, it seems like this is the energy of the new moon in Aquarius, because that small part here is the common factor in the three reading. Going after something crazy. You're going to be open-minded enough to go towards what may seem like the extreme. You're very positive, although anyone in your place may think, I'm tired, let's take things slow, let's not make these grand risks now. I don't want to go from one mishap to another. You're not, by the way. But you're like very, very much equipped here. And you will be manifesting one of your very big dreams with the Seven of Cups. You know, Seven of Cups energy is like fantasies, building castles in the skies, having that type of big dreams. And it doesn't mean that you can't make these big dreams come true, that they are castles in the sky. Sometimes, not sometimes, nearly all the time, you need to maybe have the flexibility to dream that big and to believe it and to make it come to life. So yes, I see with the new moon in Aquarius, you have this vision, set vision board in stone, where you are absolute set in stone because you're going to be taking steps. And once you've taken steps, nothing is absolutely done, but it's set in stone now. It's working, it's happening. You're shifting direction, or you're taking a crazy turn to do something that may seem or may look very risky on the outside. Maybe with the Queen of Pentacles, this could mean that you're going to be putting money in. That's why I felt with the Queen of Pentacles here in your reading specifically that you do have the finances for it, or at least a lot of you. This either means that you have the finances and you're putting a crazy amount into a risk and you're going, yeah, I'm going for it, or that you are taking a grand risk that will lead to a lot of wealth. In either case, Queen of Pentacles either shows that it's going to lead to a lot of wealth, if this is what you're looking for, or Queen of Pentacles is a queen that has created her reality and is living in this reality. So you're going to be creating a reality for yourself and living in this reality that you've wanted to create because of that risk and that challenge that you're overtaking here. Oh my, and it's going to be working out for you, that is for sure. The reason I keep thinking it's wealth is because, like I mentioned, this moon mansion in specific is strongly materialistic in nature. So I see a lot of stubbornness, a lot of protective attitude towards that direction. Although it's risky, you're like, I'm gonna take it anyways. I know I'm gonna do it. You're so sure with the rose here. You're so sure. And you know, this card has the forest, which reminds me of the forest archetype in this deck. And this forest archetype is having the courage to get into the forest, to get lost, and to come back out victorious, where you found your way, although you may be at a risk of losing way. So it's all colored in rose, which shows me that, see that? Which shows me that you're super sure. You're very, it's like you have a paintbrush, just like Man Yang, to feel, representing that you feel that you have the capability to draw it in your dreams and to make it happen in your real life, which you will be creating for yourself. I see this as the main focal energy of the whole reading in the 3 piles, of you going after something crazy. It's set in stone in your pile. It's like there's no way anyone can convince you otherwise. You know you want it, you know it's yours. It's like you are, kind of feels like you already have it and you're going after it, and it will become your reality. Do you see that? Centering your reading here is the Queen of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. Drawing out a fantasy and living the reality in real life. My dear pile number 3. 1 could be representing here, all the ones could be representing January, with the new moon on the 21st of January. You're seriously starting something for sure. There's no going back, and I mean this in all the positive way. It's like no going back, where nothing can take this away from you. You're going to have it. It's set in stone, probably written for you to receive this manifestation, my dear pile number 3. What is this manifestation? I'm not really sure. I feel like it's a dream that you have that you will draw out for yourself. I don't know why in your pile I want to explore what this dream is. Let's explore it together. Although this is none of my business, but I do have other people asking what could it be. So let me assist you with the energy that I see, right? Whether it comes out straight away or not, I can assist you with what this direction could be, and reading the energy of this new path or new way or new redirection. So you have the 4 of Cups. Can you see that? Yeah. You have the Ace of Pentacles. Really interesting. And you have the King of Cups. Do you see? Oh my God. Pile number 3. This is a dream that is so beautiful that it makes you cry. It means so much to you that merely thinking about it or living it makes you cry. See, nothing else makes you as satisfied as this dream. This is so sweet, pile number 3. Oh, what energy of your dream. This is a big one. I do see you, of course, with the Ace of Pentacles, planting the seed of this dream during the new moon in Aquarius. So we can see a lot of daisies here. Do you see that? So many daisies. And in Norse mythology, the daisies are a sacred flower for the goddess of love. It also symbolizes motherhood, childbirth, new beginnings. So I see you filled with hope. Do you see that? You're just filled with hope. You know what you're doing. You're like, no, I'm not going to be satisfied without it. Even if it's a huge risk, nothing is like it. And you will be planting. Oh, so sweet. That's why you have the egg here. You are going to be planting the seeds for this dream in the new moon in Aquarius. Something significant is happening on that day, setting it in stone. my dear pile number 3. That's for sure. Whether you're aware of this or now or not, you'll be, something significantly is moving towards this direction. You know, with this 4 of Cups, I kind of feel the energy of, even though everything is going well, you're grateful, but it's not enough for you, as in you're super grateful, but your soul knows that it wants more, and there's nothing wrong with that. Otherwise, when are we going to be going after our dreams, right? So I feel here like, I get the idea that others are like, hey, you have so much, it's good. Why aren't you happy? You're like, I'm so happy. I'm so grateful to be out of this, but my soul is calling for this direction. Look at that. My soul is calling for this direction. I know I should be going towards this. I love it. My heart wants it. And I'm going to take that risk. Yes, you're going to be taking a big risk. I feel like, I'm sensing that as you're planting the seed on the 21st of January or somewhere around the new moon in Aquarius, you're like, I can't believe I'm doing this. I can't believe it's happening. I'm actually doing this. Oh my God, this is crazy. Yeah. You'll be planting the seeds, and you will, because of these initial steps that we see here with your dream, you will be holding this dream soon. It's like as you're taking these steps, you are literally magically paintbrushing your new reality, which will be your new reality. How about we take a look at timing for you, since this is so serious? And please don't take timing very seriously. It will resonate for a lot of you. They come out as maybe literal time for you. It could be assigned for some of you for the energy to know that it's your reading. It could actually, look, I've had readings where there was specific times and this is when it happened. But other times it wasn't really. Do remember that it's a general reading. And most importantly, the reason I say this, because I look out for you. I do not want you to grow attachment to time, preventing the manifestation to happen. Just allow things to happen. Be thankful, grateful. That gratitude, that vibration of gratitude and letting things go as you work towards it, I believe is what manifests things to you. So, timing. Well, I did pick up this deck for timing, so let's check out. When would you be living this reality? So excited for you. The Lovers cards. The Lovers cards. Let me think and reflect on that. One thing in common here is that we have, of course, 16 with the Tower. The Lovers card is a 6. So 6 could be signifying many things. I see a lot of lilies here. And when you get some lilies and they're all in pulps, and then you watch them all blossom one by one, and you kind of feel like they stay with you for a long time and they're so beautiful. I feel like this is going to be manifesting one level after the other, where it fully blossoms in June, because we do see a lot of sun and light here. It fully blossoms in June, but make no mistake, before June, just like the pulps of the lilies, I see you experiencing one stage of this dream after the other, 1 month after the other, leading up to June. So you'll start seeing manifestations, or a part of this manifestation in February, then another part popping up in March, April, May, but fully experiencing it, I see that this may be happening for you fully by June. And this is exactly what I see in your reading, my dear pile number 3. I have enjoyed it immensely. I wish you the best of luck. May you always be achieving your big dreams Kudus, all the best of luck to you. Go after what you want. And I'm so proud of you that you're displaying that sort of power and positivity and strength after times like these. You must be patting yourself on the back, my dear pal number 3. Kudus to you. This was your reading, and if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, my dear pal number 3. This book could really help you out with your manifestations. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate reading it. But you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away. And most importantly, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook. And by the way, to help you out with that, if you're also looking forward to having goals of becoming healthy this year, I also provide a productivity cookbook. This book is meant to provide you with healthy, delicious food that is prepared in a matter of minutes. That's the whole point of this book. And to do it, I've collaborated with a nutritionist that I love and believe in to bring out this book for you. There's also a vegan version, and it really helps you eat delicious food. There's a plethora of palettes and different types of food to choose from. You have breakfast, dinner, supper, snacks, you name it. Also, this book, like I said, has a vegan version. Both of them have totally different recipes to enjoy. So if you're not vegan, maybe you can enjoy both. They're delicious. I hope you enjoy them. And if you are interested in checking any of these 2 ebooks out, you'll find links to them down in the description box. And my dear pal number 3, thank you so much for tuning in. I wish you the best of luck. May you always be lucky, and may you always achieve big things. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.